Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is David and I got a really cool exercise to show you guys today. It's one that you can do if you don't have a whole lot of time. But first I'm going to give you a crash course on the science of building muscles. I've gotten a few questions about different aspects of fitness. Some people want to lose weight, some people are naturally skinny and want to gain more muscle, but they don't necessarily want to be really big, they just want to look shredded. Regardless of your goals, I'm going to talk about the most important process for each goal, and that's gaining muscle. I'm going to use as simple terms as I can to explain the basics. You'll be able to understand what I'm talking about even if you haven't taken anatomy before. Without further ado, let's take a crash course in how to gain muscle. To gain a pound, or about 0.45 kilograms, you need 3,500 calories in a caloric surplus. Caloric surplus means that over a given amount of time, 3,500 more calories are stored than you burn off during regular physical activity and regular metabolism. So for 7 days in a row, to have a surplus of 3,500 calories, you would need to have an individual daily surplus of 500 calories. For 7 days, if you had 1,000 calories per day in a caloric surplus, you would gain 2 pounds that week. How can you control how much of the caloric surplus goes into muscle versus fat? Resistance training. Heavy compound exercises that use the most amount of muscle groups simultaneously are the best. Think bench press, pull-ups, deadlifts, and squats, just to name a few. I'll link the exercise pages of each one in the description of this video. 3 times a week in a gym minimally should be considered. The theory of supercompensation explains why muscles get bigger. We are shooting for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Increasing the volume of a muscle's sarcoplasm is most vital to muscle size. Sarcoplasm in a muscle cell is analogous to the cytoplasm in a regular cell. Sarcoplasm contains mostly glycogen, amino acids, and water. Glycogen is excess stored carbohydrates, and amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Proteins, of course, are the most important structural component of the body besides water. Muscles need calories to recover from training-induced stress, so they can get stronger and more capable to meet the same level of stress the next time it's asked for, and potentially perform better. Personal genetics plays a huge factor in how well nutrients are partitioned. Some people are better at storing nutrients in muscles than fat than others. Only by hard training to induce sarcoplasmic hypertrophy will you keep your muscles in a constant growing state that they need enough nutrients to redirect the flow of extra calories to muscle instead of fat. But here's an interesting take for eating. The more you eat, the faster your metabolism becomes. So if you're shooting for a caloric surplus of 500 calories a day, and you eat just 500 calories a day extra, it might feel more like 300 calories a day extra only because your metabolism is speeding up to compensate. It will take some time and experience to get used to this, but eating according to how you feel is a better gauge of progress than eating according to writing down and keeping track of calories. That's perhaps why doctors are so bad at giving complete weight loss plans, because even if you know the theory and the science behind it, a lot of it does come down to how you feel, something that is incredibly subjective and difficult to teach in an official context. In my experience, it's better to err on the side of eating too much versus not enough for muscle gain. The more nutrients you're taking in, the more your muscles can draw from it to grow. If you do find your rate of muscle growth to be too fast, you can trim back. More food energy should equal stronger training. Another reason why more versus not enough calories is better is because muscle is a metabolically active tissue. The more muscle you have, the more calories you are burning doing everything, that standing, working, playing games, watching TV, even sleeping, even if you aren't using your muscles directly. The exact number of calories you burn per extra 1 pound of muscle is widely debatable, inconsistent, and varies from individuals. Again, it's from the training that your muscles need a constant supply of energy. Muscle mass is an investment. The more of it you have, the more you will draw from your fat stores, and those fat deposits everywhere will start shrinking. Even if you are going for overall leanness and not necessarily muscular size, having a muscular foundation is still very relevant for this cause. Generally active people need a lot of calories. Individual estimates may vary, but minimally 3,500 calories should be considered. I'm on 4,000 calories right now. At least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight should be eaten. So if you weigh 160 pounds, you should eat 160 grams of protein. Even higher ratio can be considered for faster rates of muscle growth. You never have to worry about too much bulk. And if you're a girl, you probably couldn't get bulky even if you tried. It takes a lot of calories to maintain size. Professional bodybuilders are on 6,000 to 10,000 calories per day. Provided you are only increasing your meals by controllable increments, you can trim down once you reach a level of muscle mass you're comfortable with. You should keep a constant supply of food going into your body so you never feel hungry and your body's metabolism keeps churning. This will require about 5 to 6 smaller meals spread throughout the day for most people. To summarize, muscle is an investment. Having a muscular foundation is important for anyone wanting to look good physically, regardless of whether your goals are to ultimately become smaller, lose weight, or general leanness, and obviously bigger muscles. You need the understanding of the basics of muscular anatomy and physiology. I hope I've been able to help you. In my next video, I'll give some more specific diet and exercise plans for beginners and intermediates. But right now, let's get into the exercise of this week. Alright, so we have our very standard office cubicle. This exercise that I'm going to show you is clapping push-up crossovers. You don't need a whole lot of space or time to do this exercise. All you need is your body. So to set it up, all you have to do is get into a push-up position and do a clapper push-up, but on the way up, cross over, and then do it on the other side. Each time you cross over, that counts as 1 repetition. I like to do 100 total repetitions as a warm-up sometimes. Everybody is at a different training level, and 100 push-ups might be an entire workout instead of just a warm-up. So give this workout a try. It'll be a lot more fun and interesting and challenging than a regular push-up. I'll try to have workout and exercise tip videos up every other Friday. If more people are interested, then I'll post more often. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like rating, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a workout.